man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace. Peace and black power, black family. Peace and black power to the family. Another night, Friday night, beautiful night here in Atlanta to chop up some games. Shout out to Foxy Brown. Miss Ali 24. I believe that's our sister out there in Jamaica. Shout out to the Jamaican family. Shout out to the foundational Black American family as well. Shout out to all the family coming into the building. We're going to chop up some good game tonight, man. We're going to have a powerful dialogue, powerful conversation tonight. You say you love how raw I get on here. Yeah, man, that rawness get me in trouble, though. Goddamn it, I'm on my last strike for Instagram. You dig? I'm on my last strike for Instagram. They warned me the other day, one more and your boy is gone. So this is why I always tell y'all, make sure y'all go get the hard copy of the Voice of the Ancestor series. Make sure that you go follow our backup page, Voice of the Ancestors Books. And I'm pleased to announce a big announcement before I forget. Starting next Friday at 8 o'clock. Starting next Friday at 8 o'clock, family, we're going to be going live on the YouTube. So we're going to have our own YouTube show, on YouTube podcast. A lot of y'all have been asking about that. So we're definitely going to do that starting next week. So make sure you, family, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Voice of the Ancestors Chase. We already have a secondary page called Voice of the Ancestors Books. Okay, Voice of the Ancestors Books. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hold on, let me subscribe. I'm putting it in the comment section for the family real quick. Okay. All right, there we go. There we go. Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to be doing live shows every Friday from now on. But it's pinned down below. For the people who are saying, what was it? It's pinned down below. Voice of the Ancestors Chase. Go in there and subscribe now. So every Friday at 8 o'clock, we're going to be chopping up game. Y'all been asking for that. That way the family knows. So you can start getting that schedule together. You don't have to guess when I'm coming on live. I just happen to be on Instagram when I come on. You know, you're going to go ahead and get the YouTube channel Friday at 8 o'clock. Every Friday at 8 o'clock. Shout out to the FBA family. Where's the family listening from tonight? We got a powerful topic tonight. Powerful topic tonight. Where's the family listening from before we get it in? You dig? Let me do a little demographic check. You dig? Where is the family listening from? Put your city below or put your country below wherever you are. Put your city or your country below. Where's the family listening from? Okay, shout out to, I got somebody in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Shout out to Baton Rouge. Shout out to Chicago. Baton Rouge has some of the most beautiful women in the world. Louisiana in general. A lot of people sleep on Louisiana. Shout out to Richmond, Virginia. My fault, family. I'm on the Dr. Umar shit. Dr. Umar be getting sidetracked. I'm on my Dr. Umar shit tonight. Dr. Umar be talking about the school, and then that nigga started talking about macaroni and cheese and shit. You dig? Shout out to Atlanta. Shout out to New York. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Maryland. Tampa. Brooklyn. Okay? Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Tampa. I got a lot of love when I went down to Tampa. Shout out to Denver. Okay? New York is in here heavy. Nah, I don't smoke. I don't smoke. Somebody say I look high as hell. No, nigga, I'm just probably tired. You dig? I'm just probably tired. I don't smoke, though. I don't, smoke anything, goddammit. You dig? Yeah, man. Shout out to the family coming into the building. Shout out to the brothers and sisters in Nigeria, okay? We got the international family coming in. Mount Vernon, New York. You dig? Chicago. We in here heavy. Cleveland. You dig? London's in the house. But let's get into it, though, family. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Let's get into it. So I posted a question or a post on my page today. Very good post. Something that I feel like we need to talk about. I posted that why do so many black women have a problem with being submissive to the man they're in relationships with or dating? Okay? Y'all saw that on the page. I posted again and people are still coming. I posted that about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Why do so many black women in our community, and I'm mainly speaking in the United States because I can't speak for black women on a global level. You dig? So I'm mainly coming from a United States point of view. I don't know how sisters are in Jamaica because I'm not in Jamaica. I don't know how sisters are in the UK because I'm not in the UK. But I'm speaking for sisters here, but brothers, from what I've been communicating, brothers in the UK been telling me the same thing. So why do so many black women have a problem with being submissive to a black man they're in a relationship with or dating? Or even married to? I know a sister now who says she would never be submissive to her husband. Okay, and she's married, so not just dating or in a serious relationship or, we're even talking about marriage. You have black women who saying, hey, I'm not going to be submissive to my husband. You hear women all the time, and I heard some women on my page and women that I've been watching kind of their lives and videos say that's slavery. Submission is slavery for them. Interesting concept. You dig? Interesting concept. Now, number one, let me say before we get started, family, two things. Number one, we have to be mature enough to have conversations like this. We have to be mature enough to have conversations like this. It was a lot of people in the comment section who were just triggered by the question. Just the question triggered a hell of niggas. Men and women, okay? Oh, what type of question is that? Man, I'm unfollowing. Take your sensitive ass on then, okay? We ask questions over here. See, niggas get that from the church. We got to start breaking that mentality. Okay, black people, we got a bad mentality of we don't like to ask questions, the tough questions. We do that shit with politicians. We do that shit with our preachers. We got to leave that shit in the past. This whole thing where you can't ask them questions, what type of question is that? Niggas do that and niggas learn that at church. Okay, niggas get that at church. The first time your pastor start telling you about Jesus walking on water and deep down in your head, you like, well, I ain't never seen no nigga walk on no water. And you ask him that question, everybody in the church like, don't you question God? We do that a lot in the black community. We do that with politicians. When it's time that these politicians come around us, we get in the community and we want to ask about reparations and things of that nature. Hey man, what are you going to do specifically for black people? Niggas look at you like you didn't committed a sin. Boy, no nigga, don't you ask no question like that. We got to get off of that, family. Get off of that. We ask tough questions on this page. You dig? We ask tough questions because the reality is, family, we ask these brothers and sisters, brothers especially. I'm a brother. In the barbershop, we talk about this type of stuff all the time. However, we never want to do it on a public platform because, hey, man, you're going to get canceled. Hey, man, they're going to start talking about you hate women, this and that. Ladies, I know from a couple of my lady friends, I know y'all be talking about the same stuff in hair salons. So now what we're doing is we're coming together and having it on a public platform. You dig? We're coming together and we're going to have the conversation amongst each other. Because that's how we move forward. Okay? That's how we move forward, family. And we're going to need the family to be mature when we're having these conversations. Let's not bash people because I'm going to bring on some sisters. And hopefully the sisters can come on and, explain their side of the topic, whether for or against it. You dig? But we need to have these important conversations. I want to get that out the way. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel below. I want to get that out the way. Now, I'm going to speak for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then, ladies, I'm going to bring y'all on. Because I want to hear specifically from the ladies. Because it's about y'all. So I want to hear y'all's side of the view. Okay? I want to hear y'all's side of the aisle. What y'all have to say. Now, going back to the question. Why do so many black women have a problem being submissive to the black man they're in relationships with or dating? And I've heard a multitude of things in the comment section. I've heard some ladies say, well, you can't trust these niggas. Verbatim, that's what they say. You can't trust these niggas. They're not leaders. This and that. Well, this is the bottom line, ladies. This is the bottom line. And of course, I'm coming from a man point of view. I'm going to bring you on to bring your side of the view. If you're in a relationship or you're dating a man you don't trust, that's on you. That's on you, family. That's on you. See, we got to start, ladies, I want y'all to start having some accountability. Okay? If you saying I can't submit to a dude that I can't trust is not a leader, then why are you dating him? Okay? Why are you dating him? That's the real question. What are y'all doing together? If this nigga, you can't trust this nigga, I've heard ladies say, well, these men, they ain't real men. Then the question says, in a relationship or dating, why are you dating a man that's not a real man? Why are you dating a man you can't trust? Why are you dating a man that is not a leader? Okay? Why? That doesn't even make sense. Which leads us to, most of that is cap. Most of that is cap. A lot of y'all are with a lot of good brothers. There's a lot of good brothers out here. Let's be clear. There's a lot of good brothers who are leaders. There are a lot of good brothers who got their life together. They got their finance together. There's a lot of good brothers who are trustworthy. But for many modern day black women, especially in the States, and you know, I'm part of the younger generation, and it gets worse and worse. The hot girl summering. This thing where I feel like many modern day black women only see a man as valuable as what they can do in bed and what they can provide. What they can provide. What they can do in bed and what they can provide. That's how many modern day black women see the black man. Okay? That's how they see him. He's only there for sexual activities and to take some of this financial burden if possible. Okay? This is why most women tell you they can't date a man who's making less to them. Most women say that. They have to date a man that's making equal to them or more than them. Why is that? Because that's what they view a man for. A man is there to take the financial burden off your back and to perform sexual activities. Okay? That's what many women see a black man for. And when it comes to yourself, a lot of women, in my opinion, and like I said, I'm going to bring the ladies on here, a lot of black women, in my opinion, view themselves as more than the black man. They're the prize. Just like if you ask women in Atlanta, goddammit, you say, well, queen, you know, you say you want a six-figure brother, you say you want this, you want this. What do you bring to the table? We ask this question all the time as men. Ladies, what do you bring to the table? What do many ladies say? What's the first thing they say, fellas? I am the table. Okay? I am the prize. They don't even know what that means. I am the table. That's what they say. Okay? Atlanta women are notorious for saying that. Boy, you ask them what they bring to the table. I am the table, nigga. Okay, you the table, and what's on this table? I am the table. That's all they can say. I am the table. I don't have to do nothing. See, you know, this is why I think so many women have a problem with submitting to the black man. Okay? Submitting to the black man. And a lot of women I saw say on the page, well, submission, that's a Eurocentric concept. That's Eurocentric. Let's be clear, ladies. Black women, you have no problem submitting to your job. You have no problem submitting to your career. Y'all brag all the time how you're the most educated women. Okay? A black woman, you will go $500,000 in debt submitting to your career. Going to school, getting that bachelor's, getting that master's, getting that doctoral degree that's going to put you $500,000 in debt. You have no problem submitting to the boss at work in order to move up at your job. But the moment we say submitting to a black man, hold on now, that's Eurocentric. We got to talk about that. We got to talk about that. Boy, yeah, we got to talk about that. When it comes to submitting to the black man, black women don't complain about submitting to their job or their careers. I went to college, graduated from college. Boy, black women ain't gonna let nothing come in the way of that degree, of that nursing degree. They gonna jump through loopholes. They gonna work a summer job. They gonna work at the grocery store. They gonna clean dishes. They gonna do everything. They have no problem submitting to that degree. Have no problem submitting to their job, because a job for many black women in today's time, and again, I'm not talking about all black women. I feel like a job for many black women, their career, their degree is more important than a man to them. Okay, it's more important than a man. For many black women. And why is it more important than a man? Because that degree pays. That job pays. Which goes back again to the only way that many black women view a man is what he can provide financially and sexually. That's it. Okay? That's it. So yeah, these are powerful things we got to talk about. But listen, enough with me talking. Enough with me talking. I want to hear from the ladies. Ladies, request to go live. Now, I got a couple rules. Ladies, if you don't have a profile picture, I'm not putting you on live. Because that's already a sign that's going to be some fuck shit. That's going to be some bullshit. Ladies, if you don't have a profile picture, you're not getting on live. Okay? That's a dangerous way to play it. One more time, ladies, if you don't have a profile picture, I'm not putting you on live. Also, you have to be on the video. We're not going to judge you. You know, I understand that you might be having a bad hair day. I understand it's Friday at 8 o'clock. You might be kicked back. You might have put on a bonnet a little bit. You're in the house. It's cool. But we just want the knowledge, wisdom, and information. You dig? We want the knowledge, wisdom, and information. Yes, and control your emotions. Control your emotions. Ladies, I'm going to let you get on here. I'm going to let you talk. I'm not going to interrupt you. But when it's my time to speak, please let me talk as well. You dig? Please let me talk as well. So, request to go live, ladies, if you want to talk. We're dealing with the question at hand, that is, why do so many black women have a problem with submitting to the black man they're in a relationship with or dating? Okay? So let's get it in. Let me go to the request. Okay. So, we talking to ladies only. Ladies only. Okay, 1 second. Peace, Queen. How you doing?
Doing swell. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's your name?
Nikki. My
Nikki.
real
Okay.
name is Frederick, but you can call me
Frederick.
Nikki.
Okay. That's very unique. Where are you from?
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay. Shout out to New Orleans, Louisiana. Shout out to the family. All the family good down there dealing with the hurricanes and stuff, the aftermath?
One day at a time. One day
One
at a
day at a
time.
time. That's dope. That's dope. So, the question at hand today is, why do so many black women have a problem with submitting to the black man they're in relationship with or dating? So, what do you have to add to the topic? Go ahead. It's on you.
So, coming from a family of 5 girls and 1 boy,
Mm-hmm.
parents still together. My mother still to this day pounds it in our head. Don't depend on no man.
Mm.
I do believe that the generation before us was forced into a lot of marriages because a lot of them at a young age, that's just what they were doing. Once they finished high school, it was time to settle down. And I believe a lot of them weren't happy necessarily. And so after the kids started coming along, then stuff started getting real.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that that's not how I want to live my life, but a lot of us are taught that we shouldn't depend on a man for anything. And I'm definitely, just to give you a little bit about my current situation, I am definitely submissive to my significant other.
That's dope.
7 years in the game, I realized like we good,
Mm-hmm.
and so he allows me right now to 26 years old. He allows me right now to not work. And I have the ability to nurture my mind, nurture myself as far as the home is concerned. And
Mm-hmm.
even my siblings right now, they're like, you tripping. We wasn't raised like that. But I do believe it comes from a lot of older women not being satisfied in their relationship and not wanting their children to experience the things that they are experiencing.
I agree. I would say, I think that's always an interesting dynamic, and I would love to bring some older women on here who can talk about the mindset of the older women in our community, our grandmothers and great grandmothers, and them getting married so early. And I noticed that even with talking with a lot of black women, the difference between a lot of black women and other cultures of women or other races of women is that a lot of black women feel the need to put marriage off. Where other groups, for example, I went to a PWI, Jacksonville State, predominantly white institution. Most of the white girls in college were married by their senior year. They were married in school. This was a foreign concept. I didn't see any black women who were married while I was in college because it was kind of the thing of, let's put that off for later. But I think once we go further back, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, and even some of our mothers, if they're older, understood the importance of getting married at an early age because they knew they were on a biological clock.
Right.
And I think a lot of women downplay that. A lot of women think that, well, I'll wait till I'm 30. I'm a hot girl some of my 20s and teens. I'm going to go chase this doctorate degree, and then I'm going to get out when I'm 31, 32, and then it's going to be Mr. Right waiting on me, and they don't understand that biological clock factor, So I think that's a big difference. But that's interesting what your mother said. Is your mother married?
She is still to my father.
Mm,
But I do want to say, now, mind you, it's one of those marriages like, well, we do understand that the kids were the main reason for
right.
still being in the relationship. But I do want to say to all of the women that's listening, especially to my queens, please understand that society right now, that's the goal right now. The goal is for us to be so dominant in the workforce and giving out so much of our time, energy, and emotion to that field to where our home gets neglected.
Mm,
Our men get neglected, our children get neglected, and then it
mm,
becomes a cycle. So spend more time with yourself and understand that really and truly everything that you need is already here on earth. Just get your mental together, and once you get your mental together, you'll start realizing that, okay, let me just say this.
go ahead.
Remove the we shouldn't depend on men, okay?
Hmm.
Because people tell me all the time I shouldn't depend on a man. If I'm going to have children for this man, I want my children to depend on him. And so therefore, I'm
Right.
going to depend on him as well.
Right.
But I just want to share that with women, like, get to know yourself. And once you find yourself, everything else is gonna fall in place, and you're gonna realize, like, it's my purpose to be like, that's submissive is cool. Now I'm very dominant. That New
Hmm.
Orleans in me, my significant other, he from the country. I could
Mm,
I have no
right.
problems
Right. Right.
with taking control, but I love
Right.
the ability to be submissive.
Absolutely, absolutely, beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
And
you for your platform, by the
oh,
way.
always, always, and that's what these conversations are about. I like to bring ladies on who have a difference of opinion, whether you agree with being submissive or not. I didn't know if you were going to agree or not, but that's
Definitely
definitely
agree.
a interesting perspective to bring forward, and I appreciate you.
No problem. Peace. Y'all make a great day.
Absolutely, peace. Okay, shout out to that sister. Okay, so that sister says she's submissive. Okay, and she likes her duties. And I thought she brought up something else that was interesting. The mindset of our grandmas and great grandmothers. And I hear that a lot. I hear a lot of black women say, well, my grandmother got married early, but she didn't really want to be married. They dealt with a lot of trauma. Understand this. Many times we see the relationships of our grandmothers and our grandfathers through children's eyes. Okay. And a lot of us have fantasized relationships in marriage, especially. A lot of us have fantasy marriages. Okay. A lot of you have fantasy marriages. See, y'all be thinking, this is the thing about your grandmothers and your grandfathers. Grandma understood the concept of family, okay, and the importance of the black man, woman, and child being together through through it all. She wasn't gonna let another woman come between the family. Okay? Y'all be acting like, because I hear a lot of women say, and I'm not talking about the last queen that came on, shout out to her, but I be hearing a lot of women say, well, these men aren't like our grandfathers. Your grandfather had a whole family on the other side of town, queen. Come on now. Let's not play. A lot of y'all grandfathers had whole families on the other side of town. Okay? Y'all be talking about modern day men are not like your grandfather. Your grandfather had a whole family on the other side of town. Your grandfather has a family in Germany because when World War II kicked off, he was over there. Okay? Let's be real. But grandma knew the importance of family. She say, well, I'm still in that nigga's will. I still got the life insurance. I'm not going to break up this family because what he did with another woman. She's the side piece. I'm the main. Okay? See, y'all don't want to hear that. A lot of y'all be fantasizing, well, I want my grandmother and they've been married 60 years. That's so beautiful, but these men ain't like that. No, man, we still like your grandfather. You think your grandfather wasn't getting around?
Remember, listen to a lot of them old stones. Papa was a rolling stone. Okay, listen to a lot of them old songs. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. What y'all think y'all granddaddy was doing? Granddaddy was just coming home every night? No, granddaddy got off too. Let's be real, ladies. Let's be real, ladies. Okay? Now, the real question is, are you your grandmother? Are you your grandmother? You want your grandfather? Are you your grandmother? Are you willing to let cheating get in the way of your tangibles and your benefits within your family? Are you willing to let that break up the family? Okay? Are you willing to let not being submissive break up a happy home? Mm, right, right. That wouldn't hit a nerve with some women. Shout out to my ladies, but I'm being real. I'm being real. See, we romanticize a lot of that stuff. You said Miss Brown came back and said, hell no, I'm not a grandmother. But see, that queen's honest. Shout out to her. She's honest. But I'm speaking for the women because I get a lot of women who say that. These men are different nowadays. These men ain't shit. These men, they ain't like their grandfather. Do you know your grandfather? Do you know your grandfather? Hmm? Shit, you don't really have no small families back in the 50s and 60s. Black families, we had 15 brothers and sisters. What you think your grandfather was doing? Come on now. Men ain't changed. Men have not changed at all. They still the same. It's just back then your grandma didn't have Twitter to tweet about it. Grandma didn't have Instagram to do all that. And grandma wasn't concerned. Grandma was concerned about keeping his family together. Yeah, that nigga run on the other side of town and he got his little side piece over there. But bitch, I got the house. That's how grandma was thinking. Bitch, I got the house. My name is on the will. My name is on the life insurance. Okay, all them assets get passed down to me. Okay, and he's paying the bills over here. Okay, a man gonna be a man. That's how grandma was thinking. That's how grandma was thinking. And see, that's hard for a lot of women to accept. That's why some women on the opposite side say, well, shit, grandma was going through a lot. No, grandma understood manly nature, the nature of a man. Grandma understood that more than modern day women do. Grandma wasn't on no petty shit. She wasn't, okay, nigga, that nigga's gonna cheat regardless. Okay? I at least get the benefits and the tangibles. He ain't bringing home no disease or nothing like that. You dig? He got his little side piece on the other side of town, but I'm getting all the assets. Okay? I'm getting all the assets. Let's be clear. Yeah, man, let's be clear. But let me get some more ladies on. Let me get some more ladies on. Request to go live, ladies. Request to go live. Now, this the thing. You gotta have a profile picture. You gotta have a profile picture, ladies. Let's get somebody else. And it can't be no random profile picture. A lot of y'all be having pictures of tires and cars and a random picture of ET. Nah, because that got troll written all over it. So it gotta be a decent profile picture. I'm just trying to keep out the trolls. That's what I'm trying to do. But let's see who's our next queen coming on here. Peace, sister. How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm good. Just chilling. Let me turn
Okay.
this. Yeah, I'm just chilling on this Friday night.
Okay. What's your name?
Alyssa.
Okay. Yeah, did,
I,
did I meet you
I'm
before?
in Best Fest.
Right, right. I thought you looked familiar. Okay, good to see you again. Where are you living now?
I live in New York.
New York. Okay, that's dope. That's dope. It was a lot of New York people at InvestFest. A
Yep.
lot of New York people. But the topic at hand today is why do so many black women have a problem submitting to a man, the black man that they're in a relationship with or dating? So what do you have to add to that topic?
Okay. Okay. Would you mind first touching on the cheating part that you brought up just recently?
What you mean? What
So
part of that?
you were saying like we're not our grandmothers. Our grandmothers had a very solid understanding of what the family dynamic was.
Hmm.
And she wasn't on that petty shit, like, her name is on the will, she has his kids, all that. So when grandpa is on the other side of town, mind you, you're so right, because both my grandmas on my mom's side and my dad's side, they was doing,
Right, right. We like to
but
drag that under the rug, but go ahead.
yes, they do. And my thing is, I look at my grandmother, because my one on my dad's side passed, so I only have one grandmother on my
Mm-hmm.
mom's. I look at her and I feel like she was emotionally and she wasn't emotionally healed enough, or in a place where I feel like she was able to give to her kids in the way that she could have, because now you have a family dynamic that's kind of broken up. So what should she have done? You know what I'm saying? Should she have
Did
stayed, took the disrespect? Because that's disrespectful to be cheating. Or is that something that you feel like us as Black women need to understand that that happens? Like, what is like?
well, I think that the reality is that we are the only group or the only species when we talk about animals or anything in that nature that
Mhm.
expect us to be with one woman as far as that goes. I just think naturally, not saying it's right or wrong, but naturally, you look at any male within
Right.
any animal king, anything, he has multiple women. So
Hmm.
that's something that naturally happens, you know. So because I think at the end of the day, it comes down to ego. And I think a lot of women end their relationships off of what they homegirls think. Just
Mm.
like just like when we see celebrities now, girl, leave that nigga. How many times little baby gonna cheat on you? Leave that nigga. Go on somewhere
Yeah.
else. It's that peer pressure.
Yeah.
That peer pressure. I think most women be worried about what they homegirls think. They really don't care. I think most women really don't care
You don't
to a
think
certain degree.
we as women care if our man or our significant other is dealing with other women?
Say it one more time.
So you don't think that we as women care much if our significant other is knowingly dealing with other women, intimately having sex with other women?
I think women care because they're homegirls, what I'm saying. I think you care more so because of what other women think.
I don't necessarily know if that's true. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it feels kind of like a union or something sacred has been violated.
Mm.
Because I feel like that's not something that you just freely give out. I totally understand like where you're coming from, like
Mm-hmm.
that we're the only like women or species who think that we're supposed to be monogamous, whereas you see animals or this, they have families here, or are still having intercourse outside of that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then okay, if that's true, then why did the narrative become such that we take it so personally and so and that it's such a divisive thing in the family? Then why?
Then you saying why did the narrative become that the black woman takes it so personally?
Yeah, like if it's truly as lackadaisical as you make it seem, like, oh, grandpa had this and he had 10 kids, 13 million kids, then why does it feel like such a great offense?
Well, I mean, I think y'all put that story out there that's a great offense. We see that all the time in the movie industry. Is the black man, the black woman is holding him down, and that nigga ain't shit because he went out and cheated. That's the number one movies in the black community. The Tyler Perry movies. The black woman, she's the perfect queen mother goddess, and this nigga's beating on her and cheating on her, and I mean that's what is
I
portrayed. I think the only difference between now and in your grandmother's time is social media and mainstream media. I think it would have been the same. We would have, if we could go back and just highlight and film what was going on in our grandmother times. I think the same things were going on,
mm-hmm.
and so now that it's more publicized, women have gotten together and say, "Oh, we're not going to take this anymore." And now we see the marriage rates go down. So we see 1 in every 4 black women get married.
Mm-hmm.
So the marriage rates have been decreasing, decreasing, decreasing. Where at one point in time, you go back 6, 7 decades, we had the highest marriage rates amongst any other race, white, any other race, because
Right.
black people were together.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think it's more so of the media. We hear that from y'all. That's y'all perspective of why. Even if you go look in the comment section on my last post, you're going to see women, oh, they be cheating. We don't trust them. They ain't leaders, this or that.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that narrative is super negative, and I don't think all black women feel that way. I feel like it's been generalized that, oh, niggas ain't shit.
What narrative is super
The nigga
negative?
shit narrative.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've never felt that way. I don't I'm not built like that. So I don't you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like I've ever had those eyes for the men, but I also have a really strong father figure as well. So I'm sure it has a lot to do with why I feel the way I feel. I've had, maybe it's a luxury to have the luxury of picking a guy that you actually like versus picking him for financial security or what he can do for you, like how you said, like sexually and like financially.
Mm-hmm.
I do think finances is very important in a relationship, though.
You
And
do think what is? I'm sorry, it keeps going in and out. You think what is very
I
important?
think that finances is very important in a relationship
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing? What's going on if we're not building up? There's no options. There's no free movement and lack of finances. Unfortunately, finances is completely synonymous with freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I say I don't, and that's another thing. Other races of women, they don't hesitate. I think they just posted that on Spiritual Word, like different kind of races of women don't hesitate to say, yes, my man needs to have money. Yes, it should not be no struggle shit. Absolutely, he should
Mm-hmm.
have. But I think the narrative has been so fucked up, like, you know, with female rappers and how, oh, fucking nigga get money, all that type of crazy, all that crazy stuff. Like, so now you guys are thinking we're gold diggers when really, naturally, you guys should be, you know, financially fit,
No,
because I feel like,
I agree. I agree, and 100%. I think since the beginning of the time, women have always been attracted to men who are wealthy, whether we were dealing with money or, back in ancient times, you're dealing with seashells or whatever, or the baddest warrior. Women have always been attracted to men. And I don't think it's anything wrong with that because I think it fits into your natural roles.
yeah,
Naturally, men are seen as the protectors. A woman gonna want to be with the protector, a
yeah,
provider. I
exactly.
think that's just natural. I will say this though. Let me ask you a question. What do you
Okay.
think the priority should be of black women first? Do you believe it should be getting the bag? Because I believe the priorities have switched up. I believe many women prioritize, and this goes back to us not getting married as young. Black women don't
Mm,
want to get married as young because they want to go chase the bag first. They want to go get a bag first. And then now that they're 34, 35, 36, they done got their doctorate degree now, maybe had a kid here and there. Now it's where's the man at?
yeah.
And now that you didn't put the man on the third fiddle, you didn't made that the third option. Now it's where's the man at? So what do you feel like black women should be prioritizing? Do you feel like a man should be first?
That's interesting. I'm glad that you asked that because my life right now, I'm focused on making sure that I'm financially stable. I
Mm,
that you should that I feel like if money isn't freely flowing in your life, there's an issue. Just like blood should be freely flowing throughout your body, oxygen should be freely flowing throughout your lungs. Money
mm-hmm,
is freely flowing as well. And if it's,
mm-hmm,
I find that that's an issue. So I want to be able to, you know, freely provide for myself, but I don't like. I'm not necessarily looking for love, but if it came, I wouldn't be mad at it, even though I'm not completely where I want to be financially.
mm.
So I
So, oh,
quite,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, I can't
Mm,
quite say like, am I prioritizing a man? I mean, no, I'm not right now. And I
mm,
think my 29th birthday is literally next week.
mm-hmm,
I was in a relationship though, but I was in a relationship a few years ago, and I was with someone that I felt like he was a great guy, but honestly, I felt like the divine masculinity wasn't where it should have been, so I couldn't quite submit to that, or I didn't
mm,
with that being the head of my household. I knew that couldn't sit because I'm thinking about my dad. He set a pretty high barometer. I
right,
Anytime I'd walk into my dad's room, he's reading or meditating, you know, helping me with my projects, a real provider, a nurturer, a protector. That's what I'm used to. So when, you know, I had a nice guy, he was good, but I need something more than that. And that's not something that I feel like is, I mean, I'm sure there's divine masculine men out there in abundance, but
mm-hmm,
I feel like that's something that isn't out there as much as the average bullshitter or the average nigga.
okay. And I think that's again where modern day women and the women of the past differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
While we were saying that this is why grandma dealt with the cheating, because she had a masculine man, she had a man that was providing,
Mm-hmm.
protecting, things of that nature. And this is why I go back to the value of a man. A lot of black women throw away a man because he cheated one time. They'll throw away that masculine man, but at the same time, they'll turn around and say, well, there ain't many masculine men out here.
Mm-hmm.
Part of being a masculine man, not saying that all masculine men cheat,
Mm-hmm.
but that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
These are alpha men. alpha man believe they can get the pick of the bunch. They can get anyone they want because they are rare. They're the alphas. They're the top dog. They're the head honchos.
But I'm the top dog too, and I feel
You
like,
think so?
and not in terms of like I'm trying to compare myself as a man, but I'm just as valuable. Why are you out there sowing your oats when we should be working together and we could have 20 kids if you want here?
Why are you valuable? And I'm not trying to be
No, no,
funny when
no.
I say that, but I'm saying, why are you valuable to a man? Do you know what men look for in women? Or are
Well,
you valuing yourself as a black woman? Because I feel like a lot of black women value themselves like they would value a man.
I think
So providing, protecting things, they say, well, I can provide, I can protect,
no,
but
no,
that's
no.
not what we look for in women. So
I'm
go ahead.
I think as a woman, I nurture and I teach.
Mm-hmm,
I'm compassionate. I'm tapped into my femininity, my
mm-hmm,
spirituality. I'm understanding, slow to anger. So those kinds of things, I feel like that it's femininity. That's what a man needs. So I just feel like if you're getting that at home, why do you want to be out in the streets? But I understand you're saying it's more of a I guess physiological thing, like you know how the body is made up or mentally, whatever.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But women have to control their sexual urges as well. So I feel like y'all, you guys take that shit and run with it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all
Take what and run with it.
take and run with it. Like I'm an alpha man. I'm a man. I have this external organ, so I can go and use it. Whereas you're a woman, I have to go inside your body. So you should be more closed off. And naturally, I think women are more closed off than men. We're not out there
Mm-hmm.
like as rampant as a man, but it's like you guys wouldn't be dealing with none of that shit. What if your wife had a slip up?
Mm. But
Oh,
we
yeah.
would say y'all say y'all want alpha man. This is what comes with an alpha. Y'all want, I believe many women want a financial alpha, meaning a man who's a millionaire, but
Mhm.
a beta in the house, meaning you want to be able to control him, but
I don't
he's an alpha on the outside.
I don't want
See,
to
you can't tell a man to conquer the world. Go get that business. He also has the mindset, I'm gonna go get that woman too. That I think is good because I gotta hit that too because I'm an alpha. I'm gonna show you I can do that too. And you can't say turn off the alpha
yeah, I see
when
what
it's time to deal with the women, but turn on the alpha when it's time to deal with the finances and it's time to go get the land and it's beat up this guy. You can't turn the alpha on and off.
hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I totally get what you're
And
saying.
I think a lot of women, you lust after that alpha, but then when you get that alpha, and you like, damn, this nigga is running through everything. He thinks he's gonna conquer everything because that's an alpha. The alpha is the head. Alpha don't answer to nobody, not you, not nobody. He goes and gets what he needs.
So your advice to, just from your perspective is to not have a problem with that alpha expressing himself in any to any degree and in any degree
Well,
because
I think ladies, you have to come and you have to realize what am I prioritizing? Can I live with him doing what he do on the side as long as he's not bringing home any diseases, he taking care of the family? Can I live with that? Now, if you can't live with that, that's fine. I'm not saying you wrong for not living with that,
hmm
but then you gonna have to go get a beta that you can control.
hmm
That you can control. And again, not saying that all alphas go out here and cheat, but this is an alpha you dealing with. You
yeah.
know, it's an alpha you dealing with. And alphas, you can't turn an alpha on and off. You can't tell an alpha go out here because the alpha's mindset is conquering. I got to be the best. I got to be the top.
hmm
But he also gonna look at that woman and say, "I'm the top, so I can get her, I can get her, I can get her. I got to get that too because I got to be the best." You know, so I think it's about choices. Life is about choices and anything. It's not. It's not about fairness because I think a lot of women want to go to the fairness. Well, if I did this, well, life's not fair. You know, it's certain things that man we can say, shit. Why the ladies get in the club for free? A lot of we could do little
Yeah,
things. Why in
I
divorce
see.
court do we get the bad end of the stick? Why do I have to, we see the Dr. Dre's all the time. Why do I have to pay for her
Mhm.
even though she's not with me no more? So it's fairness. We can argue fairness on both ends of the side. Both of us get advantages in the system we live in. So, it's just about choices.
I see what you mean. No, I totally understand. I appreciate your perspective because I like these conversations because I feel like it gives me a better insight to like how men truly think, and like it's not as like hearing you say that in this, like the way you constructed the whole thing, it doesn't seem as offensive as maybe we make it seem. And I feel a little bit crazy saying that because I have a big issue. I still have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here.
Respect.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's just going to cheat. I don't. That doesn't sit well with me. But maybe that has to sit for a little bit until maybe I understand. But yeah.
Right. And I would say that most brothers will tell you that they're going to the popular term now is exercise options. Like, yeah, we're gonna be together. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make sure you're all right. Take care of the kids and the family. I'm gonna make sure that I don't publicly embarrass you. I'm gonna make sure that everybody around town don't know that's what I'm doing. But I'm gonna go out here and exercise options because I'm an alpha and I can. I went out here and conquered the world. I went out here and made millions and millions of dollars. That took a lot of hard work and dedication. And I'm going to exercise my fruits, when I do that. So most men are going to tell you now, are you as a woman, are you willing to accept that and say, well, damn, I do have this lifestyle. He is taking care of home. He's not bringing home any diseases. He's not embarrassing me. This is something that just me and him know. Or am I gonna say, nah, I can't deal with that? Which is, like I say, which is fine. But most likely you're gonna have to settle for a guy who doesn't have those alpha qualities, who is what we would call a beta. And a beta doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but you have to deal with it.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. I don't feel like I'm not interested in a beta. I just think I just naturally wanted to understand this from a very from an insider perspective, or from somebody who has an evolved perspective where there's no arguing, no judgment,
Right. Of course. And that's what it's about at the end of the day, having a conversation, because I'm learning just as much from you, giving me different perspectives. I'm going to say the video, watch it back, and play it back. I mean, because it's good. Because most times when we have conversations like this, brothers, it's in the barbershop with all men. And so, all men, of course, we're going to be dapping each other up. Yeah, brother, you right. And ladies, when you have it in the hair salon with your hairstylist, from what I'm hearing, then it's going to be, yeah, girl, you right. These such and such like that. So, it's good to have the conversation amongst black men and black women together so we can come to a better understanding.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, sister. I appreciate you calling in. I got to get some more people on here.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Take care. Okay, shout out to that sister. Let's see. Let's get somebody else on. I'm gonna get. We talking to the ladies. I want to talk to the ladies. We talking to the ladies. I want to talk to the ladies. I'm gonna go to Queen Fatima. I hope this is. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, let me see. You got to be on camera as well. Okay, it's not pulling up. You got to request to go live. Request to go live, family. You got to request to go live. Okay, Tiffany said add me on. Let me go with her. Let me see if it's pulling up.
Hi.
Peace, Queen. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's your name?
My name is Tiffany.
Tiffany. How old are you, Tiffany?
I am 23 next month.
Okay. You look real young. I was like, hold on now.
No, I got two kids.
Don't try to get me in trouble now. Don't try to get me in trouble, 15-year-old. I thought you were real young, but okay. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Where are you living?
I'm in Georgia.
Okay, shout out to that same place I'm in. So the question of the day is, why do so many black women have a problem submitting to the black man they're in relationships with or dating? So go ahead.
I feel like I'm gonna start from top to bottom because I've been here the whole time. So from top with my grandmother, she had an ex-husband. He did the works. He burned her from her neck down everything. And
Whoa, say that again.
I have like my grandmother, she
Mm-hmm.
started with all of this, like how the train is going, like how one lady was saying, like, make sure you have your own. That's what we've been told. That's
Mm-hmm.
absolutely true. Like my grandmother, she's been physically abused all throughout her lifespan by my mother's father
Mm-hmm.
and multiple children as well, in between my aunts and uncles that I do know. And one thing she's always passed on to my mom is she told my mom, like, make sure, you know, you have your own. And when I came of age of 18, my grandmother said, like, when I get married, make sure I have a separate account away from my husband that he does not know about and save my getaway financials. Yeah, that's what she said. So
Okay.
they tell you from their standpoint, because back in their days, they weren't even allowed to open bank accounts without having a man. They weren't.
Mm-hmm.
And even today, men get paid more than we do. Even
Mm-hmm.
like based on the degrees and qualifications, men get paid more than we do. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like you need a man back in their days. But
Okay.
now it's just like, okay, we have our own freedom. I don't need you to open a bank account. I don't
Mm-hmm.
need to like have all this dependence on and this, that, and the third. So I'm gonna do what my grandmother said and my mama said, and I'm gonna do me. Like me personally, I feel like I did prioritize like getting a man first, and I am very submissive to him. I don't have any problems as far as that. But the mindset I was raised with is to go get the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it's just like it's that. And then speaking on like what you were
So
saying when
so
it
you
comes
think
to
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. So you think that black women have a problem submitting to the man because they don't feel like they need a man? Because they
there's
have their
that
own money?
there's that as well. Yes. Like if you have your own money, it's like, what do I need you for? What do you bring? So that's another thing I know people in Atlanta say a lot as well. Like, I have my own money. They have, I'm sorry, but they have toys and this, that, and the third to please them, this, that, and the third. What are you here for? And so, like, if you go out and cheat, you're just here to cause a headache. You're just here to cause the stress. And it's just like my fiance, he is an alpha, but I feel like because I am his first person that he's ever had, he doesn't have any issues when it comes to staying committed to me. Like he doesn't lust for anybody else. He doesn't any of that, you know, I'm an alpha man, I need to go conquer females who look alpha, because to him, I'm the finest woman in the world. To him,
Mm-hmm.
he loves me expeditiously. Like
Mm-hmm.
for him, and I'm all he knows. So going for another woman is not really in a factor for him.
Okay. Are you submissive to him?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that, and that's one popular thing. And you actually said what I said earlier, as far as many women feel like a man is just simply there for finances and sexual pleasures. That's
Mm-hmm.
all a man is. And one thing I want to say is this: that a lot of ladies don't understand. Number one, all of you need a man, regardless if you make six figures. All of you need a man, and you depend on man more than you will ever know. See, when we talk about, I think the difference between modern day women and their your grandmothers didn't have technology. So they saw firsthand why a man is important, because they couldn't hit an app and find a mechanic to fix their car. Granddad had to fix their car. You see what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
couldn't just run to the grocery store like that. Granddaddy had to go hunt. He had to go farm. He had to go do something like that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody breaking the house, the police back then was the Klan, like they are now. You don't call the police. Granddaddy got to go get his shotgun and go take care of business. But still, modern day women, you're still dependent on a man, because when you think of these things, these fields are dominated by men. When the car break down, you go take it to the man. Now, whether that's your own personal man or a man that you just do business relationships with, or you just contact and call and take it to, you still need a man. You see what I'm saying? When we deal with, a lot of women have a problem with the man being the head of the house. They say they have a problem with that. The reason why the men naturally have always been considered the head of the house is because men are the ones who build the houses. Women don't, it's not a group of women out here going out here building houses. They don't get your hammers, you don't get your nails, and you go build houses. 95% of construction workers are men. These are the realities of the situation. And many women have agreed to that. When we talk about the electrical work, we talk about you're in a house right now with lights. 90% of electricians are men. When we
Mm-hmm.
talk about using the restroom, plumbing, the running water in your house, 95% of plumbers are men. You don't call when you get too much trash, you call the garbage men. When something breaks, you call the handy men. When
Mm-hmm.
somebody's messing with you, you call police men. The house is on fire, you call the firemen. So I think a lot of ladies have been spoiled in the sense of technology, where technology is the new thing where I can just pay for a man to do
Yeah.
a certain service that I need. So I really want ladies to get to that reality of the situation. So, that's something that's very interesting. Very,
Yeah.
very interesting. But I hear that a lot, like you say.
I totally agree. Like, we do call men for certain stuff because no way I'm
Absolutely.
something that's like heavier than me. This that, and the other.
Right, right, right.
True, but it's not even like a but because women should be submissive to men. I feel like that is actually true. The only thing is, like, if I'm giving a certain respect to my man, I would hope that he gives it to me. Because,
Mm-hmm.
like how you were saying, what do you bring to the table? When he comes home, I give him peace. If he
Mm-hmm.
wants a meal specific from me, then I will go make that. If he wants me to run
Mm-hmm.
errands for him, I will go do that. I take care of his
Mm-hmm.
children. I do everything he needs because, like,
Mm.
when it comes to him, like, he's not so well with setting the doctor's appointments.
Right,
Um,
right, right.
so well with doing things that women are naturally better to do. So it's
Right.
just like, in that aspect, it's teamwork because he's to
Mm.
provide and he's to, satisfy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to, handle everything else. And that brings, like, the house. That's the structure. That's the table.
Right.
That's what I feel.
Right.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I wish y'all much success. You said you're engaged, or?
yeah.
Man, I wish y'all much success and blessings, and thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Let me get some more people on here. Shout out to that queen. Um, all right, let's get some more people on here. Yeah, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Like I say, I hear a lot of women say that. Okay. Absolutely. Hold on one second. Uh, what's going on? Hold on. Can y'all see me, family? Screen got black. Okay. Okay, I think we back. Can y'all see me, family? The fuck? Yeah, I mean, some women, somebody said I'm not ever submitting to a man. Hey, that's on you. See, that's what I'm saying, family. That's why I get off. A lot of women say submission is slavery. You have a choice not to submit. You don't have to submit. But then respect the outcome that comes with it. When you have no man or no man wants to deal with you, or you can only deal with a certain caliber of beta males who only make this much and don't satisfy your needs, then that's the choice you have to deal with. That's why I told the queen before the last one. Life is about choices. See, we understand that as men. We understand that as men. Okay? We understand that as men. Life is about choices. Life is about choices. If submitting is worse than dying alone, okay. Okay. Hey, that's the choice you're gonna have to live with. But don't complain about the results. Don't complain about the results. Let me get some more ladies on here. Okay. We not doing no white women now. We not some white women in here. We not doing no white women. We having a black conversation. You dig? We having a black white woman coming in here to divide us, sisters. Coming here divide the black man and the black woman. Lord. Yeah, white woman coming in here. Becky, you're gonna have to watch from the sideline now. You have to watch from the sideline. Let's see. You said I'm black. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. It was clearly a white woman in here. Oh, I'm sorry,
I,
Queen. Go ahead. Go ahead. How you
no,
doing, sister?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, good. What's your name?
Sharina.
Sharina. Okay, where you from?
California.
California. Shout out to California. I gotta make my way out there
So
again. But the question of the day is, why do so many black women have a problem with submitting to a black man they're in a relationship with or dating? So what do you have to add to that?
I think I agree with a lot of what the previous women have said.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, because I think that right now we're really living in a time where people don't really understand where things are coming from. And we're being hit with so many different messages about this is how life is supposed to be, or this is how you should be, but they're not actually taking time to investigate those claims, right?
Mm.
So for me personally, I've asked my relatives, right? The women in my family, like,
Mm.
where did this come from where all the women in the family are the ones raising everybody?
Mm.
Weird to me. So that's kind of where I've started my journey. And I find that a lot of people haven't actually had those conversations with the men or women in their family. Like, I had to ask my dad, like, why were you not present? Where does this come from? How has that then impacted me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my relationship with men. So understanding that aspect, because there's a lot um, that I think we as women don't unpack,
Mm-hmm.
right? When it comes to our relationships with men. And so I think that's a lot of times where a lot of women get stuck. And so then they're repeating the same trauma
Mm-hmm.
and drama, when they actually are in relationships or they become mothers and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay. Okay. So you saying they refuse to be submissive because of what happened in the past in their families.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I hear a lot of ladies say that what what do y'all believe happened in the past
Wait,
in
what?
in your family? What happened in the past in your family? We understand like some women bring up domestic abuse. We don't condone that at all. Anything like that. Uh we have to understand though as well that most divorces in this country are filed by women. Filed by women. So what what is it that is keeping you from not working out that relationship and understanding just in the simple terms? I think we fantasize, I said there early, fantasize marriage, where we think marriage just is, we traveling around the world together having children, and we just in a Disney Channel movie. You see what I'm saying? So I would like to know that, because I hear a lot of women say, well, I don't want what happened to my grandma to happen to me, which it actually sounds like a lot of therapy needs to be had, to be honest. Which is
Yeah.
nothing wrong with therapy. I'm not saying that in a bad, like, oh, you need
Right,
therapy.
right,
But,
right.
so talk to me about that.
So I think what it boils down to is, and like I said, I've had this conversation with my mom. We actually had a long conversation driving from Florida to California, and I asked her, like, what was it about my dad? Like, what happened that messed it up? What did you learn from that moving forward? If you did, in fact, learn anything.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't, like, what were those errors that you kept repeating, right? So what I learned was my great grandmother had 13 or 16 children by my great grandfather, who actually had over 30 kids. So, right, that man was trying to repopulate the earth.
Right. But listen, this is what I tell ladies. Be careful when y'all sit up here and say, the man ain't like they used to be. I
Listen,
don't know where y'all get that from. I mean, everybody, and that's not even, everybody got a grandfather like that. My grandfather had a family, the whole nother family on the other side of town. So I
listen.
mean, that's not, and you, like I said, you can hear that reflection in the music as well. So that's definitely interesting.
So Papa was definitely a Rolling Stone.
Absolutely.
But but the horrible part is, from what I understand of the women in my family, the man that they actually said, this is the man I want to have my children with, is the man that actually went and decided he wanted to have extra children outside of them. But that was
Mm,
communicated, right? So it was done in a very disrespectful way. I understand that people believe in polygamy and they think that's natural and all those
mm-hmm,
pieces. I don't have a problem with that, because I get where I understand it originated from, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
I will never know the facts about nothing in this world until I transition away from this place, right?
Right, 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 right.
I'm clear on that. However, I also realize that that's not necessarily the only way that we've existed. I just don't choose that. Other
Mm-hmm.
people have that, and they can be okay with that, and
That's a choice.
right, be fine with submitting to an alpha male that wants to conquer all and do all the things.
That's a choice.
But let that be understood.
Right,
I
right,
think
right.
a lot of people get it mixed up. Is one, there's a lot of men that I know that secretly want that, don't necessarily know how to get that or sustain it. And so that causes problems because then they can't be very upfront about it. They
Mm-hmm.
can't have that open, honest conversation about, well, this is actually the way I want things to go. Are you down or not? And then you know what I'm saying? You part ways or go on that journey together,
Mm-hmm.
however you feel makes sense. But I think it's a lot of that communication that people aren't getting, which is learning the mistakes of the past, learning
Mm-hmm.
about the good things that people actually did from the past that made it work. So if you are going to be submissive to a man, understanding what the hell that means.
Mm.
Like, what does it actually mean to submit to a man? And how do you actually identify a man you can submit to that's worthy of being submitted to? You're
Mm-hmm.
not just submitting to any man just because you're carrying his seed, which men should not just be freely given away either.
Yeah.
But
And women accepting, you know. So
and they should not be, right? Like, both are wrong because you're not even thinking about what's going to happen to that seed after it's here.
mm-hmm.
Like, you're just thinking about that quick little nut and that nice little pleasure that you had, that nice
Right.
whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not giving any real forethought to what's going to happen after that human is here. Like, what's going
Absolutely.
to become of your lineage? Have you chosen correctly? Is she
Mm-hmm.
the that you want to be submissive to you because she actually models what you think is an equal,
Mm-hmm.
or weak?
And that's what I say. That's why, you know, I put up the question in relationships with or dating, because both have made a choice to do those two things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship with somebody, listen, I don't want to hear nothing about you as a slave. You made a choice to be in a relationship with that person. It takes two to tango at the end of the day, you know, and we're not talking about, of course, the special circumstances like somebody got raped or something. I ain't talking about nothing like that. Of course, that's a different scenario. But if you dating somebody in a relationship with somebody, I hear women who are married saying they're not going to submit to their husbands. I'm like,
Weird.
that's weird to me. That's very weird to me that, you know, that would come up, or, you know, that you're that ego driven that you just can't do it. So, you know, it's just interesting concepts. Interesting concepts.
That's definitely disrespectful to your lineage to do that.
Hey, but it is what it is, you know. But like I say, life is about choices. So I guess if that brother's cool with it, okay.
But
I mean,
I just hope we all start to do better. Like, it has to
absolutely.
stop this generation. Like, we can't have any more of these uninformed, unaware children that's just out here living in this weird ass world because it's wild and it's
Mm-hmm.
getting crazier. So when everybody is talking about we need to bring it back to the black family, we do, but we
Right.
also understand what the hell that means. People don't know
Mm.
what black family means anymore. So
Mm.
we still have elders here who have that wisdom and have that knowledge. We need to be sitting up under them, soaking that up. But
Okay.
instead, people are trying to create a new life and figure out that the new submission is, oh, sir, you submit to thee after this degree. Like, no, ma'am, you about
Absolutely.
as hell.
It's crazy out here. It's crazy, man. But appreciate you sharing, Queen. Let me get some more people on here. A lot of people want to get on. So
Okay,
I appreciate you. Thank you.
bye.
Bye. Okay, that was our sister Nubian Queen. All right, hold on 1 second, family. Let me check something real quick. Hold on 1 second, family. Let me check something real quick. Okay, because I think we got a lot of bots in the chat. So, you know, let me check something real quick. Okay. We're talking to ladies. Miss, somebody said add my KZ. What is that? KZLI? Let me see. Let me double check. Let me double check. Because Miss KZLI says just a boy from TikTok on your profile. I'm talking to strictly ladies. So I'm not going to talk to just a boy from TikTok. That's what it says in the profile. Because I want to make sure we're not getting no trolls on here. And I see a lot of people saying this person, it says just a boy from TikTok. I don't want to talk to a boy from TikTok. Okay? Yeah, that's got, to me, that sounds like a little bit of trolling going on. That's what it says in the captions now. I don't want to talk to just a boy from TikTok because, they got all these bots where they can come in and just keep spamming somebody's name and then they get on here trolling. You dig? Let me double check again. Because y'all keep saying this person's name. Now, I don't know who these random people are saying it. But let me... Yeah. Yeah, it says just a boy from TikTok. Shout out to Miss Brown Skin Baddie. She says she got to get out of here. I appreciate you listening, sister. Are you a boy or are you a woman? Are you a girl or are you a boy? You say it's a girl, okay? Because the profile picture, I don't know why a girl has just a boy from TikTok. Okay? All right. It says just a boy from TikTok. This is why you got to have two phones. So it's just a boy from TikTok. I give it a chance, though. Somebody said, let's... Okay, let's see. Nope. Let's get off of here. Cancel. Okay. Damn, I keep trying to get it. Y'all, hold on with the comments, family. I'm trying to click a name. Y'all keep commenting so fast. Man, what the hell? Hold on with the comments, family. Hold on with the comments. All right.
Hello.
You got to show your face, God.
Okay, I'm about to go turn the light on.
Okay.
My bad for confusing you. I shared this page with my brother. That's why he put that as the bio. But
Okay.
okay.
Turn on the light.
Stupid fucking motherfucking bitch. I hope you just fucking please.
Oh my goodness. This is the people y'all say put on here, man. Boy. Oh man, this is why I tell y'all this was a troll page. This is why I tell y'all about these troll pages, man. Niggas have no life, man. Boy, I tell y'all. This is why I tell y'all, man. These is the women talking about they ain't submitting. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, I knew my fuck nigga meter was up when I saw all the spam, and my fuck nigga meter was up. You dig? My fuck nigga meter is a dusty fuck boy. My fuck nigga meter was up. I'm from Atlanta. We got a lot of fuck boys in Atlanta. I just knew. I said, that don't feel right. Just a boy from TikTok, but my brother uses my page. Boy, I tell you. Boy, these little Nas X niggas out here, boy. I tell you the truth. These little Nas X niggas. Let's get some ladies back on here, okay? So all the people who are sitting here talking about some just add them, you in time out too. You in time out too. Yeah, I make sure. I told y'all, bro, whenever somebody come on in the dark, it's some fuck shit. Yeah. All right. See some more ladies who want to. Ladies, if you want to go live, put add me. Request to go live. Little Nas X ass niggas. Yeah, man. You got to have a profile picture, dog. You got to have a profile picture. I'm not doing no more, nobody with no suspect profiles no more. I'm going to start putting an add me account. You dig? Oh, yeah. Niggas like drama, man. You got to understand, niggas like drama. I knew when a nigga, no person answers in the dark. The hell is you sitting in the dark for listening to me? Yeah, man. There's some weird dudes out here, man. I'm telling you. It's some weird dudes out here, man. Yeah, they in here heavy right now. You dig? They're in here heavy right now. You dig? But yeah, man, that's tonight. You know, we chopping up game. Why do so many black women have a problem with being submissive to the black man they're in relationship with and dating? Okay? Why do so many black women have a problem with being submissive to the black man they're with or dating or in relationships with? Okay, somebody requested to go live. Let's see. Let's see. Yes, indeed. Peace, God. How you doing?
Hi, how are you? I'm
I'm doing
Stephanie.
good. I'm doing good. What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
You
Okay.
probably can't
Stephanie?
see me too well. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm kind of keeping it cool because I have my littles with me, so I'm
Oh
sorry if
no,
you
it's
can't
all,
see me.
it's all love. It's all love. I can see you good enough.
Okay, thank you for giving
Absolutely.
me this chance. So I
Absolutely.
will say, to answer your question, I believe women should definitely be submissive. Now, from what I've learned, is the same thing a lot of these ladies have said before. My grandmothers have told me the same thing: save some on the side for you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have yourself held down. Don't fully depend blindly. But to be quite honest with you, you know, men and women have a purpose. We have a place of our own
Mm-hmm.
in relationships. And I definitely believe women should be submissive. But from what I've learned about submission or, you know, in relationships where you can be, it's a level of trust. It's a
Mm.
level of knowing that you and your partner are aligned in your way of building, in your way of thinking, your spirituality, your health, your mental, your finances.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like he's in line with you, I'm talking about women, the way we kind of, you know, pick our men. He's got to be
Mm-hmm.
financially locked. He's got to be handsome. He's got to be 6 feet. Well, it's different when it's in a submissive kind of situation with someone who's alpha. You're
Mm-hmm.
looking for someone like the first woman said, who your children can trust.
Mm-hmm.
So if you bond together and you're together and, you know, the relationship is blossoming and you're like, you know what? He's thinking about traveling like I'm thinking about traveling. He's thinking about health like I'm thinking about it. Retirement like I'm thinking about it.
Right.
Building our family and our empire, big or small, like I'm thinking about it. I'm going to trust
Mm.
his guidance and I'm going to lean on him. And whatever I have to bring or whatever he sees as far as my attributes or abilities, because sometimes we don't see it ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
you can lean on me too. But
Right.
both partners have to be each other's piece. It can't just be one way. I want to be satisfied sexually too.
Right.
I have needs too.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's not, I think people kind of see submissiveness as imprisonment. I get it. They see it as he's telling you what to do, when to speak, when to sit, when to stand, how to dress, how to walk in a room, how to behave, kind of on some Tom
Mm.
Cruise shit, you know?
Right.
But that's not how I see it. I see it as if you're just like a man, a woman is picking their partner and they're saying, hey, look, I'm feeling this. This feels light. This feels good to my soul.
Right.
She's aligning with where I want to be. Or, hey, I never thought of it that way. I want to go this
Mm-hmm.
way. You kind of bond and allow your partner to guide
Mm-hmm.
you in every way. That's what I'm thinking when I think about submissiveness, not
Hold on one
control.
second, Queen.
Yeah.
1 second. We got trolls in here heavy. In here heavy. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you were saying basically you believe in submissiveness, but it has to be to the right person.
Yeah, because, you know, dating, I mean, this is a new era.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to try it on. I'm not
Right.
going to
Right.
lie. A lot of people are not walking into marriages a virgin. Let's be honest
Mm.
here. So you got to try on your relationships, and you know you shouldn't give up so much, men and women. The moment that you're dating and you're attracted to each other, the moment you feel that fire, let it linger a little bit, but get to know one another.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Do
if you're
you
really
think?
looking.
Do you think somebody should be submissive in the dating phase, or because
I
some
think you
women
should
say,
show characteristics of that. You're trying to market yourself. You're trying to
right,
show this
right, and
person.
that's that's
Yeah,
another thing because I saw a lot of ladies say, well, I'll be submissive in the marriage, and my thing is, you might not make it to marriage
correct.
if I don't see that, you hold those tangibles
Yeah,
that I need, and I think that's just like anything, I can't just say, I was a former football player. I can't just say, well, I'm not gonna practice. I'll do it in the game. That's kind of like what that is. So, I think we have to understand that part and that dynamic of it. Um,
yeah.
Do you believe in the right situation that a woman should be submissive?
Absolutely. And I think in
I
the right
respect that.
situation, a
Mm-hmm.
man should lead. He should show
Mm.
his woman it's time. This is what we're
Right,
going to
right.
do. We're going to move forward.
I
You're going to
respect that.
trust it. It's a mutual thing. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to feel it. You know it's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same way when you have someone who you're sexually balanced with. You may not work in other areas, but the sex is good.
Mm. Right.
You go with it, right?
Absolutely.
It's just like getting on the
Absolutely.
dance floor. It's just like getting on a bike. It's just like picking up a pencil to a pen to a paper. It just works. You don't know how or
Right.
why.
Right.
It's the same
Absolutely.
thing. And I believe that chemistry works on levels.
Mm.
So no, I'm like in my dating experience, no, I'm not submissive right away to anyone.
Mm.
But I'm also not picky. I'm not just dating anybody, you know, and I'm not just dating you for looks. I'm not just dating you for credit. I'm not even asking you that business. It's about your character.
Right.
Do we
Right.
align spiritually? You know?
And I believe, me personally, I believe as a woman can't be submissive to any man, then that's on her. That's a choice she made. Maybe you not picking the right man, or if you're saying you're willing to be submissive, to me that's on you if you can't be submissive. Because that to me it means you're not picking the right man. A lot of women say, "Well, he's not a leader, he's not trustworthy." But why are you dating him? Why are you sleeping with
That's
him?
what I'm saying.
Why
And that comes with
that don't make sense to
experience.
me. Yeah, that to me that's not on the man. That was your choice. You made that choice. So
That's exactly right. Like when you're dating, you can't date. I mean, don't bring a notepad with you. Don't get crazy.
right,
But be aware. Be
right,
aware of what your body's telling you, what your mind is telling you in conversations. When you're doing that double take, like you got to be mindful of what you're thinking and how you're feeling with this person. Always give someone a second chance. You know, nerves and stuff like that.
right,
But I'd say by the third date, you know if you want to see them again for real and see where
right.
it goes. You can feel that connection. And I think that's what people forget is connection. There is a lot of broken women because our community, as far as Black folks, we have been broken down systematically in every way, health, everything. Even our spirituality, our religions have been broken, watered down, and just dissolved. And then,
Absolutely,
you know, rebuilt and plagiarized. So I
absolutely.
will say that it's very hard for us as individuals, as each gender, to kind of move forward. You know, a lot of us are picking on men. A lot of us are picking on women. Is ugly. I don't think there's an answer. A lot of us are broken, and sometimes we're doing well and we get broken along the way.
Mm.
You know, so like in my dating experience, a lot of men are a lot of men are depressed, or you know, they think they know what they want, and then when they kind of get it, or they thought they got it, they blow it.
Right.
Because there's some pieces that they have to put together for themselves in order to lead a woman. That's a big responsibility, to not only lead a woman, but to lead your life path, to lead your children, to lead your finances, to make sure if you die first, she dies first, you're still okay. And
Right.
you're leaving some inheritance for your kids, whatever it may be. So
Absolutely.
there's a load on that, because the leader of your family, that alpha, is really setting like something that's generational. You know, what your upbringing with your children, you know, what you leave behind, the doors you open, you know, it's vast. It's almost unimagining. Like, it depends on what you and your partner choose to build and what
Absolutely.
you choose to invest in that. But it's very, very important to, like I said, you're a teenager to whatever time you're ready to start dating seriously. You know, don't look at it like school or work. Don't be too serious about it. Allow yourself to come into it spiritually, intuitively, like feel it.
So let me ask you real quick, because I gotta get some more people on.
Yeah.
Because you know, this is always a conversation. A lot of people say that Black women aren't serious enough when it comes to choosing a man to be with, and this is why we look at stats now and they say 1 in 4 Black women will marry, because a lot of Black women prioritize other things in their prime years. Because
Yeah.
I think age, the quality of partner you get, in my opinion, has a lot more to do with age for a woman than it does a man. I see old dudes with young women all the time because
Yeah.
he might can protect, he might can provide financially, things of that nature.
Yeah.
Whereas women more so have a clock, especially if the man that you're choosing to be with wants kids. You know, you not having 3, 4 kids that he wanted at 38, 39, 40 years old, you know. So, you know, I think at what time is the perfect time to get serious for the Black woman?
I mean, it depends on your upbringing. It depends on your experience. Like my mom was raising her siblings, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say, but, you know, I started having children in my 30s. I
Mm.
started in my 30s because I knew at like 25, I was like, I want to just like live my
Right.
life. I want to do what I want to do, you know? I was with my children's father I've known him since I was 17, but we were together for nearly 10 years, not exactly. And it didn't work out. You know, things happen. But I was growing a lot too, so I wasn't ready. So I would suggest, to answer your question for women, you know when it's right, not just when your clock is ticking, don't apply the pressure. The more you apply pressure to men, it doesn't work. I can tell you that. It's going to fail. It doesn't matter what it is.
Right.
Children, marriage, I don't care what it is. It's going to fail. But
Mm.
the key is when you mature to a level of patience, because with men, they just take their time. Like it's all in their own time. The same thing with women. It kind of comes in naturally. So it's hard to say what age, but I would wait till at least after 25 when you're serious, because we kind of have some growing up to do.
I got you.
25, maybe.
I got you.
Depends. You know,
Okay.
again, I waited till 30 to have children, but I was in a
Right.
serious
Right.
relationship at like 20.
Right. I would say the earlier the better. I think that's what I
Yeah.
say. The earlier the better, you know. So, but
I
I
mean, you're
appreciate you,
growing a
Queen.
lot. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
bend and flex that relationship. But
Absolutely.
when you're mature,
Absolutely.
when you're ready, you feel it, you know. But
Absolutely.
together as a team. Thank you
Okay.
for your time. I love you. Look
Always.
what I got here. I just
Uh-oh.
started,
Uh-oh.
so don't judge me. I'm on one.
There it is. Listen, as long as you started, you got
All
it.
right now.
You got it. You got it. So
Okay.
I appreciate you so
I
much.
appreciate you too.
All right. Take care,
Thank
Queen.
you. You too.
Okay. Beautiful sister. Beautiful sister. Let's get the comments back on. Yeah, let's get the comments back on. We had the Bussy brothers in here heavy. Boy, we had Lil Nas X's fan club in here heavy. Mm-hmm-mm. They went here heavy, but shout out to that sister, you know. Beautiful sister coming with that divine peace. You dig? Shout out to that sister. Shout out to that sister. Let me get my sister brown skin baddie in here. Boy, you had the Bussy brothers in here heavy just a couple minutes ago. God damn. Boy, the attack on heterosexuality. Boy, the attack on heterosexuality, heterophobic. I'm gonna start doing like the LGBTQ community. When you teaming up on them, they holler homophobic, even if it ain't got nothing to do with homophobia. Goddamn, heterophobia, please, Lord. I'm in fear of my life over here, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, let me add my sister brown skin baddie. She says she wants to get on. Oh no, not you, not you, not you. Okay, let me see what my sister's talking about. Hilarious. Hilarious.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Wait.
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
hear
I
me?
can hear you. It sounds like it's a little echo.
Oh, sorry.
Oh
Uh,
no, it's all love. How you doing, Queen?
yeah, so I wanted to touch base on this. This is such a great topic, Chase. All the
Appreciate you.
shout out to all the queens representing tonight. You guys are just I've been so shocked by the responses I'm hearing. Like you ladies are beautiful and but what I wanted to add to the dialogue was that why a woman, it's so many variables to this. You can't just choose one scenario.
Hold on 1 second, sister. I didn't mean to cut you off. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. My thing went away. I gotta put this back up here. I apologize.
It's okay.
All right, there we go. There we go. Appreciate you. Now go, say what you were saying again, Queen.
All the queens, they was holding it down. But I wanted to add that it's so many different variables to this. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not a one way fits all situation. That's one. Two, I would add to everything that the ladies have said, a lot of women can't be submissive because they haven't yet been submissive to their own God self with themselves.
Mm.
They haven't taken the time to find themselves to even know what they want. And until you get to that place and space within yourself as a woman, you may go through a lot of trial and error because you're still trying to find yourself. But again, it's a lot of different variables to this equations. But to address the question about being submissive to a man, you first have to be submissive to yourself. Second, there's not a lot of men, Chase. And I would consider myself a mature woman, and I've been single and abstinent for 2 years, and I'm going to keep going because it's building a certain discipline in me. And when I don't see that in men, it turns me off. Like, I need a certain level of discipline in a man. Not to say that's what's going to help me to submit, because if I know you submitted to your God self, I'm going to naturally fall in line. If I see, because you're going to lead by example, right? If you're the man, right? So you're going to be able to naturally do that. You're going to create an atmosphere around me because you're already in that zone. Like, alpha men don't have to tell you they're alphas. And I was talking to another guy about this yesterday. I'm like, alpha males don't tell me they're alpha males. I just know them when I see them. I just know. They have an energy about them. They're not the loudest ones. They're not you just know because they've done the work. You can definitely feel a difference between a man who's doing or done the work than the man who hasn't yet found himself. And that's number one for me. 2, not knowing your purpose, brothers. You want me to follow you, but you don't know where you're going though? Like, that's a problem. You can't expect me as your queen to follow your Godhead, your leadership, and you don't know where you're going. You haven't touched within yourself to know like who you are, where you're going, what you want to see out of this life, out of this existence. You know, I'm here to create. I'm your helpmeet. I'm here to create that with you. But if you don't know where the hell you're going, you're not about to leave me and my children in damnation. Hell no. I'm not going to allow it.
I feel you.
I can't step out. So, and then also another thing, you know, because there's been so much witchcraft and psychological warfare and reversal between men and women. I don't think a lot of men know what it means to be a man outside of Western civilization. It's like, being a man is an essence. I can't explain it, but heavy is the head that wears the crown, kings. If you are going to be in a position where you're taking on a woman or women and children, it takes discipline. It takes a level of responsibility, accountability. You know, you don't want to deal with just one woman. Imagine dealing with a lot of women at once. That's a lot of energy. You will have to be the master of all energy, for real, because having that many women and their kids, and it's a lot. It's a lot of moving parts. Men think it's about financial, like the other queen said. I can work with a man. You don't gotta be. It's not about finances. That's mundane, physical stuff. Let me see your wisdom. Where can we put a plan together and manifest it together? Can we learn from one another? Can you teach me? Hello, I don't want to be following a man who isn't self-taught. Are you inculcated or are you educated? Which one are you? Because I don't want to follow somebody who just doesn't know themselves, doesn't know where they're going, just don't know nothing. And there may be some queens who have that spiritual energy of healing and wanting to help their man grow to that space, but I'm so at a place in my life where the man who comes into my life will already have to kind of have that essence, and I can work with it, but you already got to be kind of in that direction.
Right. Because that's what I was gonna ask, Queen. Do you think a woman can do this and help a man reach this level while being submissive? While being submissive, though,
we had to, because there's been so much damage and trauma and role reversal, mental psychology, warfare, and psychological warfare, lack of education. There's so many things that we as Black women don't have a choice but to get into our Godhead and heal and direct, like the queen on the chessboard. Women play a very important role. We don't understand. I don't think I fully grasped yet, Chase, the role that a woman plays as the matriarch. It's a
Absolutely.
role. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't think the man got a heavy role, but the queen got a heavy role too, because she got to work.
Absolutely.
She got to serve her man. She got to serve
Absolutely.
children. She's got to be able to influence her man and also for herself. So there's so
Mm-hmm.
many variables she's got to do too. But for the man, it's like he also has to understand. Now, this is going to take real maturity. This is how ladies are going to know when he's really mature, when he can come out of that ego. When he can come out of the ego and really submit to, because it's not just about you submitting, queen. Your king will submit too if he's mature enough to know when to fall back. Like, okay, queen, let me get your advice. What do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Because, a lot of men sometimes don't know how to, because just because I fall back a little doesn't make me less the king.
And that's why I laugh at women. Even I laugh at women who think submission is easy. Like, you just like, you don't have no mind now, or just like a lot of women think submission is slavery. I hear that all the time. To submit is to be a slave. To, like, you not thinking, but you just talked about all the things that you're juggling while playing that background role is crazy. So
submission is beautiful too, Chase, when it's with the right man. You are going to naturally want to serve your man. If he's doing what he needs to do, the trust is there, he knows himself, he's doing the homework, you are going to, girl, you're going to make love to that man. You're going to love him. You're going to pour into him because you're going to see God in him. And I listen to a lot of the older queens. They say, Mother Ali, she said something that was so powerful. She said, you want to serve God, but yet you got God on earth, which is the black man. You don't even acknowledge the God in him. And so now I speak to black men differently because I acknowledge the God in them, and I acknowledge it in myself. And when you know who you are as a woman, it's nothing to bow down to a king and acknowledge the work he's done in this level of the third dimension. It takes work to get to a status of a king. Nowadays everybody want to call themselves kings and queens. It's like,
right.
Come on.
Right.
A real king, you gonna know when you see him. But I don't want to take up too much of y'all time.
Oh no, listen, the people, we loving it. We loving it.
Because it's so much work to be done. So before queen, you even look for a king, find yourself. Know who you are, what you like, and then also that self-love is such an important component because we all had our mothers and grandmothers telling us shit,
Right.
because of their trauma. But once you mature, you start to identify the trauma. You know what I'm saying? And you say, I don't want that existence for my life or my children. I had to go through some storms to learn that psychologically and spiritually. But once you get it, you got it. And last thing, compatibility is everything. It's everything. Financially, that could be manifested, kings and queens. Don't focus too much on that. Focus on the energy the man or the woman is carrying, because you can create so much. The wealth will come to you. So don't focus so much on that. Focus more on the individual you have in front of you. Like, it's a God-given energy. The person was brought into your life for a reason. What are you supposed to take from them? Are they there for a lifetime? You should be able to differentiate these things. Hi, China. That's my girl. She in here. What's up, China? But yeah, I don't want to talk too much, y'all. That's it. Just do your homework. The right person will come along, and when he does, submission is easy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I appreciate you, Queen. I'm going to repost this now. I hope you're ready, because they're going to be flocking to your page. And you're going to have to get a Patreon channel, some gear, some products, everything like that. So I'll let you know. Go ahead and get the name copyrighted, because they're going to be flocking in.
You got me.
Absolutely.
I've been laughing all day.
She got the glasses on and everything.
I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I got to get off here and study for real.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Queen. Take care. All right. So that was our beautiful sister, Miss Brown Skin Baddie, putting you up on game. Putting you up on game. Boy, women, y'all funny, man. Shout out to the beautiful sisters in here. Y'all are funny, man. Boy, when a woman is saying something you believe in, boy, y'all be preach. Yes. Yes. Oh, preach, girl. Preach. Boy, I say the same shit. And boy, man, that nigga don't know what he talking about. Shout out to the sisters, man. Shout out to the sisters. Yeah, man. Shout out to the family in the building. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here though, family. We might have to do a part 2. Do y'all think we should do a part 2? Do y'all think we should do a part 2? You dig? Yeah, man, this was great dialogue on both sides. And whether you agree with what I said or not agree with what I said, you heard a different point of view tonight. Maybe than other what your homegirls be telling you in the hair salon or what your homeboys telling you in the barbershop. That's what it's about. We came together on our little community page, on our little group circle, and we had the conversation. See, this was no growing up. Like I said, we got to get back to asking the tough questions, family. Get off that church shit. See, the church tell you, no, don't you question certain stuff now. Don't you know, Lord, don't you question that. Jesus walked on water now. You dig? We got to start questioning everything and ask the question, because a lot of people grew from this conversation, including myself. I'm going to go back and watch the conversation again. And that's what it's all about. You dig? We be so stuck and we only want to hear somebody who's saying the same stuff we saying. Yeah. We only want to hear the same stuff we saying, okay? Everybody else is fuck them. Nah, that nigga ain't talking about nothing. Nah, you need to hear a different point of view. Because at the end of the day, whether you believe a woman should be submissive or not, we all suffer from the relationship that we in right now with the black woman and man. Because we divided right now. You dig? He said, somebody said, do a part 2. Do a part 2. Okay, we're going to do the part 2. Family, y'all need to subscribe to my YouTube page tonight. I want y'all to subscribe to the YouTube page. Like I said, we're going to be going live every Friday at 8 o'clock. It's going to be jam-packed. We're going to be talking current events because we got to stay up on the knowledge, the wisdom, and the information. Y'all saw the Bussy brothers came in here tonight. Lil Nas X's crew came in here tonight and tried to jump a heterosexual black man in the comment section. Y'all saw that. That's why we got to start speaking on that. See, that type of stuff, calling people, letting them call a heterosexual black man like myself homophobic, that doesn't scare us. We double down on it. We double down on it. See, we got to create our own circles. You dig? Yeah, the Bussy brothers came in here tonight. They came in here tonight trolling, but that's okay because we got to double down on it. Yeah. Yeah, we got to double. Hold on. We still got, hold on one second. We possibly still have a member of the Bussy brothers in here. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, damn. My thing came down. Hold on. I pinned my comment. I don't know how my comment keep coming down. This is the YouTube channel below. I don't know, but I told you already what that was. What is the Bussy brothers? You don't want to find out. Okay? You don't want to find out who the Bussy brothers are. That don't even sound right, do it. That's a scary thing. You don't want to find out what the Bussy brothers are. But they will come for you. And you got to be prepared. All right, it's Ali in Jamaica. But yeah, man, like I say, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're going to be talking about knowledge of self, economic empowerment, military science. We're going to be talking about a lot of current events. We're going to be breaking down a lot of the attacks on heterosexual black men. We're going to be talking about these LGBTQ agendas that they keep pushing all around. You dig? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to go in on that. See, when people attack us, guess what, black folks? You attack back. Somebody hits you, you hit them back. Somebody said they don't give a fuck how you feel, don't give a fuck about how they feel. See, we got to start bringing some of that Dessalines energy, okay? Tonight was a little off night, but we're going to start bringing that Dessalines energy. See, Dessalines said when somebody attacks you, when the Bussy brothers come for you, you come back for them, okay? Dessalines said, when you kill 500 Haitians, I'm going to kill 500 French, okay? We got to be prepared for war. We in war, okay? We at war right now. Right, we got to come with that Dessalines energy. No more turning the other sheep. Y'all got to get off that Michelle Obama shit. When people going low, you go high. No, motherfucker. Your Uncle Chase, your cousin, your brother Chase said, when they go low, you aim even lower. You dig? I want y'all to aim even lower. Because that's the only way change comes about. See, motherfuckers think twice when they hit you and you hit them back. They say, oh shit, that shit kind of hurt. They don't think twice when they know they can just get off free shots. Yeah, man, we got to get right. But like I say, family, I'm going to see y'all. Might come on here live. Maybe again. Y'all say y'all want a part 2. We might do it, you know. But we've had our relationship talk for the month, which is very progressive. But I'll probably see y'all again next Friday. We're going to have a lot to talk about, current events that's going on. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So until next time, family, it's your brother Chase. Peace and blessings.